It's actually sad that me sitting in this camera feels kind of weird. Like, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. That just sounds so like weird right now. If you are new to my channel, this is like the first time you've ever seen my face and stumbled across me. It's almost been a year now since I have posted my last YouTube video, which is so crazy because it's like the longest break I've ever taken from posting a video on my YouTube channel. I'm really glad to just be back on my stuff and back on my mojo and posting again and filming my content and doing all of these amazing stuff. Even though I haven't been on YouTube, I was very active on my Instagram. If you are not following my Instagram, make sure you guys follow my Instagram. I will put it in the description box below so you guys can go follow me. Enough talking and let's just get right into the video. As you guys have known, the storm, the topic, the tea and everything is, about becoming that girl. I've seen so many videos, which I actually enjoy, love watching on YouTube. I've seen so many TikToks about that girl lifestyle, mentality and all that stuff, and I just truly do enjoy this. I know there is some kind of, toxic traits with all of this, of course, like setting, impossible results and putting on like a persona of things that a lot of girls do not do, and kind of putting pressure on younger people such as myself on trying to follow these certain things to become that girl. Obviously, that girl means a lot of different things to different people. The definition and like the pictures that I see of the that girl things, it just doesn't look like what I have seen when the whole that girl, it girl thing came out. I just remembered seeing a whole different kind of like aesthetic. For example, when I've heard of the that girl, the it girl and all that stuff, I believe everyone thought of Aaliyah J. It girl, that girl, Aaliyah's face, it girl, that girl. So it definitely has changed. So I'm going to be saying 5 ways or 5 things that I think every girl should take in if they're looking to become that girl. So the first thing that I believe every girl should take in to become that girl is kind of has to do with mentally, and it has to do with, mentality. When I think of a girl who fits into the that girl aesthetic, I see someone who is just like super kind, super caring, not a mean girl, not a, like rude type of person, someone who genuinely just like sticks to themselves, is out of trouble. You don't see them in a lot of scandals. You don't see them in a lot of like trouble. Like if you see trouble, you don't really see them in the circle purposefully coming for other women. All the women that I get in my head when I hear the term that girl are just all those girls that fit into that kind of category. I think of so many girls that I've watched and look up to on Instagram, on YouTube. Even though many people can, just put on this persona that they're like this super sweet person on the internet, on social media and all these platforms, they're still viewed as that girl. Someone that all the girls can look at you and they can just see that you're just a very vibrant, you don't have to be jolly all the time. They just know that if they came and talked to you, they would just feel comfort and just feel comfortable. That's definitely the that girl mentality. The second thing that I believe and that I want to take in to work my way into becoming that girl is being consistent and pushing myself to higher achievements. I was constantly going to the gym. I had a gym schedule. I would not miss a day. I would only miss 2 days out of the week. I was in the gym, girl. I wanted to achieve something and I wanted to put in the work in doing that. Just took a turn where I just stopped going. I stopped eating well like I was doing, which is something that I have a bad habit. When you see like the TikToks, that girl lifestyle and all that stuff, they're like constantly, like the daily vlogs, they're constantly eating what they're supposed to be eating. They're constantly going to the gym. And obviously to become that girl, you do not have to go to the gym. In my place, that's something that I did want to do and be consistent at doing. And when I see the that girl lifestyle that kind of suits the kind of lifestyle that I want, they're constantly doing the things that I wish that I could constantly do. To become that girl, you have to push yourself to really achieve things that you really want to achieve, and kind of remembering what you're trying to work for, what you're trying to achieve. And I feel like that kind of just plays into the part of becoming that girl and kind of living like the lifestyle, these like that girl lifestyle. The third thing that I will be taking in, something that's kind of like a touchy subject because many people, don't view this kind of topic the same way as others do. And I do think many of the ways that other women try to talk on this subject kind of comes off as, you know, kind of offensive and toxic. I do think becoming that girl also plays a part in like femininity and just the way you carry yourself and all that stuff. To me, being feminine isn't about like what kind of hairstyle you do, what kind of like music you listen to, how you do your nails, like how you do your how you dress and all that stuff. To me, that's not really what femininity is. Different people see femininity and being feminine in many different ways, especially as a Black woman. Like, we are automatically born into like this box of like masculinity, and we, you know, don't get taught as like young girls because we don't see it as much on like the media. And like when we think of femininity, you know, the first thing that you're gonna see is not going to be a Black woman. It's not a topic that can just be talked on loosely. So I'm just going to talk about it based on how I view that girl and like what I want to take in for myself. Consider myself to be a feminine person on certain bases. Like, I definitely carry myself differently than what I used to carry myself before. Kind of goes back to what I said for number one, the mentality that you have, just being like a caring and just sweet person and all that stuff. And I'm not going to like talk about like this on like a like a partner kind of situation. I'm not going to talk on like femininity on like a partner situation, like having a dude or anything. Example on what I see on that girls, they're just girls that just really carry themselves really highly, really carry themselves with higher standards, and, you know, just carry themselves as like a really put together kind of woman. And that's just what I think of when I think of femininity. Someone that is just put together, has their stuff together, presents themselves good all the time, you know, in the public, looks nice, smell nice, which can vary from person to person what looking nice looks like and what smelling nice looks like. Like, in a broad standpoint, it's how they carry themselves, how they present themselves. When you see them, when you first just look at them, you know, without getting to know their personality, you just look at them and you just see like how they carry themselves. When I was younger though, I always felt like I just had to be strong and had to have like this strong demeanor and just be like so like, oh, you can't talk to me, and oh, I'm so like strong, like I'm like a brick wall, you can't walk past me. And obviously I wouldn't want to just be a pushover person who just gets pushed over. Just like, I still want to have this strong mentality, but I do think that was like what I was focusing on entirely, and access the feminine side of me, the feminine side that I had in me. Definitely I'm more approachable. I definitely present myself better. The fourth thing that I think goes into becoming that girl, and something that I just want to take in, is not about like mentality. It is something that I think is physical, and it's just taking care of yourself, like just taking care of your body, just taking care of what you're putting in your body. And when I think of that girl and I see the that girl videos and aesthetic videos and all that stuff, I always see them just eating well, doing their skincare, staying up to their skincare, staying up to what they're putting in their body. Whether or not you're trying to do it for like weight purposes or anything, that doesn't matter. But I do think for like health purposes and how you look, you know, to the eye, I do think that does play a big part in becoming that girl and being that girl. Like someone that other girls would just look at and just be like, wow, like that is someone that I want to be. Because I know when I think of like the dark girls on like YouTube and all that stuff, it's just like, wow, like that's literally who I want to be. Making sure that everything is good on the inside, it always reciprocates on the outside. It's like always easy to tell that someone takes care of themselves. Something that I constantly see on like these that girl videos and the that girl aesthetics is just taking care of your body and just making sure you're putting good stuff in your body, taking your vitamins, collagen, drinking your tea, drinking your green juices. Like, you know, when you see the that girl aesthetics videos, they always got the green juice and all that stuff, and they try to act like they like it. You know you don't like that green juice, girl. And the last thing, which is what I think is the biggest and the most important thing in becoming that girl and taking in to become that girl, is I've seen it in so many videos also. It's so cliche, and I just know you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna like leave this video, but it truly is just loving yourself. Just loving the kind of person that you present yourself, loving the kind of person that you know, see in yourself, that other people get to see, and loving just everything about you, like whether it's physical, whether it's mental, whether it's how you do things, whether it's being like, you know, consistent, all that stuff. Like it truly just plays a strong part in what kind of person you are. The that girl aesthetic on like YouTube and like Instagram and all that stuff, I do think like the girls do kind of put in subtly, you know, about loving yourself and like all that stuff. And you can just see that no one's gonna do all this stuff every single day to better themselves if they don't love themselves. When you're able to just sit in your own company and just vibe with yourself and just be with yourself and just feel so comfortable and just so happy, then you know that you love yourself and you know that you love everything about yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you see, you know, yourself, and you just feel enjoyment and just feel like, I don't know about y'all, but I just love looking at myself sometimes. That's how you know that you love yourself, and it always shows. When someone steps into the room and you're that girl, people are gonna know that you're that girl. Let me know what kind of other tips you guys have. I will definitely be taking these things in and watching a bunch of other videos that are informative and like teaching me. Girl, obviously you can do these things but not want to be that girl. You just want to be you. This is just what I want to do and just what I've been seeing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Who do you think is that girl? Comment down. Who do you think is that girl that you know on media and content, so I can like also go and see them. And also just remember that if you want to become a specific kind of you, try to follow people and try to make sure you have an aesthetic with people that are what you want to become. Like I follow a lot of big pages because that's what I want to wake up and see, to like work my way there. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.